Why did Jungkook suddenly deliver an emotional statement that he had never revealed before about Taehyung? What exactly is happening behind the scenes between these two BTS members that led Taehyung's father to feel the need to speak up? In a development that no one expected, a statement from Taehyung's family has now triggered a personal confession from Jungkook that has captured wide attention, not only from ARMY, but also from observers of South Korea's entertainment industry. The situation became more complicated after, in a limited interview, Taehyung's father shared his personal view of his son, while also offering a meaningful comment about Taehyung's closeness to his fellow group member, Jungkook. Taehyung is very strong, and he really loves his friends, especially Jungkook, the father said. A short but powerful statement that was enough to provoke an emotional response from Jungkook himself. Suddenly, in a closed internal forum that leaked to the media, Jungkook finally gave a deeply emotional response. With a trembling voice and eyes that appeared teary, Jungkook said, "There are many things about Taehyung that I've never shared. Maybe because I respect him too much. But now I think the public needs to know how much he has influenced me as a person." Jungkook's statement did not merely sound like a tribute to Taehyung, but also revealed an emotional depth in their relationship that had never been publicly displayed. In an entertainment industry climate that is strict and full of privacy boundaries, such a statement is certainly rare and quite significant. But is this just an ordinary expression of respect, or is something bigger going on? Several Korean pop culture analysts believe that Jungkook and Taehyung's statements cannot be separated from the dynamics happening within BTS after the members' military service periods. Taehyung and Jungkook are known as two members who share strong chemistry, both on and off stage. But in the past 2 years, the public noticed an emotional distance slowly forming, although it has never been officially confirmed. Now, the statement from Taehyung's father seems to confirm that their relationship remains close personally, even if it's no longer as public as before. Taehyung's father indirectly affirmed that his son cares deeply about Jungkook, and that became the key trigger for Jungkook's heartfelt confession that touched many. "He has always been someone I learn from. Silently, I've absorbed how he handles pressure, how he maintains himself, and how he still cares for all of us, even when he's struggling," said Jungkook. This statement opened a wider discussion on how relationships between BTS members are built not just by fame, but by emotional resilience and personal support that's not always shown publicly. Jungkook, who is known for being the most reserved about his emotions, finally showed his vulnerable side when talking about Taehyung, someone who's been with him from adolescence to adulthood. But surprisingly, a close source from Taehyung's family revealed that the statement from Taehyung's father was not designed as a communication strategy, but rather a spontaneous expression of concern about the psychological pressure Taehyung has faced recently. It was an honesty that was never planned. "He was just speaking from the heart," said the source. Not only that, South Korean celebrity relationship expert Professor Han Min-ju from Sogang University also commented on this situation. When public figures open their emotional side to the public, it creates a narrative much stronger than mere promotion or media strategy. In this case, Jungkook's confession about Taehyung's impact on his life could be a key moment in strengthening fan loyalty and deepening public empathy toward the pressures celebrities face, she said. Furthermore, questions are emerging. Is this merely an emotional response? Or is there more to come from this narrative? Are their relations at a fragile point? Or is this a sign that their communication and trust are at their most honest state? The fact that this confession came from Jungkook, the member who rarely gives personal comments, adds weight to speculation that something bigger is happening behind the scenes. Many are calling this a possible signal of major changes in how BTS rebuilds their dynamics once all members complete their military duties. As of this writing, there has been no further clarification from Taehyung's side. However, analysts believe that the statement from the father could be the starting point of a new narrative in BTS internal relationships, especially in managing emotional pressure, personal loyalty, and long-term solidarity. In the end, Jungkook's confession marks one important thing. In a celebrity world wrapped in perfect images and tightly controlled by media strategies, sometimes what touches people most is the simple personal honesty that comes from the deepest place. And maybe, as Jungkook himself said, some things don't need to be announced to the world. But today, I just want everyone to know that I've always admired Taehyung more than I've ever shown. Is the public ready to see a new side of their friendship? And could this be a turning point in the emotional dynamics of BTS going forward? Only time will tell. What's certain is that the public is now witnessing a new chapter in their journey, more human, more honest, and more touching than ever before. Although the above article was written based on issues that are widely circulating among fans and netizens, it is important to emphasize that there is no concrete evidence or official statement that can confirm the truth of this information. The narrative suggesting that Jungkook gave an emotional confession after Taehyung's father made a personal statement is a result of interpretation of unverified rumors both journalistically and institutionally. As of the release of this news, there has been no credible media outlet in South Korea or internationally that has officially reported that Kim Taehyung's BTS's father made a public statement regarding his son's personal relationship with Jungkook. The information stating that the father said, Taehyung is very strong and really loves his best friend, especially Jungkook, is not listed in any press release, either from hybe labels or from any verifiable media interview. Likewise, the narrative that Jungkook gave an emotional response to Taehyung's father's statement also cannot be proven factually. There are no recordings, official interviews, live broadcasts, or written statements indicating that Jungkook cried or gave a deep confession as described in the previous article. All quotes and emotional expressions attributed to him stem from narratives formed by public speculation or viral fan content on social media, not from official channels. These facts show that the previously presented article is hypothetical and speculative, composed in a narrative approach to illustrate possible perceptions or dynamics felt by fans, not as a factual report based on real events. Nonetheless, in the context of responsible journalism, it is important for readers to know the fundamental difference between opinion news, rumors, and actual reports based on credible sources. Many fan accounts creatively produce narratives or realistic fanfics packaged in a news-like format, but they do not originate from journalistic data that can be accounted for. Although such presentation styles stir readers' emotions and imaginations, they must be accompanied by disclaimers or explanations that the information has not been proven true. Even within the fandom community itself, several major fanbase accounts have clarified that there's been no open interview from Taehyung's father regarding his son's personal relationship with Jungkook. This clarification is crucial to avoid the spread of misleading information that could harm all parties, including the artist's family involved, hybe labels, as the agency that oversees BTS, also consistently emphasizes the importance of protecting their artists' privacy and not spreading or associating personal matters without official confirmation. In several previous cases, the agency has also not hesitated to take legal action against the spread of rumors deemed personally or professionally damaging to their artists. Therefore, readers are strongly advised to always verify information from official channels, such as press releases from hybe labels, direct interviews from reputable media outlets, and not just from TikTok clips, anonymous social media posts, or online forum speculations. The speed of information dissemination in the digital age makes the line between fact and opinion increasingly thin. Thus, critical thinking and media literacy awareness are essential in distinguishing valid information from speculation. Furthermore, it cannot be denied that the relationships between BTS members are indeed the main focus among global fans. The closeness between Jungkook and Taehyung, known as taekook in the fandom, is often a topic of conversation, theories, even various emotional interpretations. However, it is important to remember that such dynamics, if not directly confirmed by those involved, remain assumptions and are not appropriate as a basis for journalistic conclusions. Situations like this not only have the potential to spread hoaxes, but can also cause emotional and psychological pressure for the artists who become the subject of speculation. As several other K-pop artists have stated, the spread of irresponsible rumors often triggers anxiety and affects their mental health, especially when the circulating information is far from reality. An ethical journalism practice. Information published to the public must go through a strict verification process, including ensuring the validity of quotations, sources, context of statements, and publication consent from the related parties. Articles that do not meet this standard, although containing interesting narratives, must still be categorized as opinion or narrative fiction, not as factual news. Therefore, it is very important to close this report by affirming that the news regarding Taehyung's father's statement and Jungkook's emotional confession in the previous article is untrue and has no evidential basis that can be justified journalistically. IT is crucial for all of us as readers, fans, and digital citizens, not only to read information with the heart, but also with reason and logic. Every feeling that arises from a narrative, whether touching or sad, must be responded to with caution, because behind the screen, the artists we admire are also ordinary humans who deserve truth, privacy, and protection from baseless rumors. As part of an ever-evolving digital society, let us increase awareness of information literacy, especially in the realm of entertainment and fandom, where the line between reality and perception is increasingly blurred.